Hey, beautiful. Welcome to the Not Another Mom podcast. It's time to take that mom hat off because this is after hours and I'm making you off the clock. This podcast is here to help you know your worth because damn girl, you're a goddess who deserves to live the life of your dreams. I'm your host, Lesley Sprague, and we talk everything from manifesting to motherhood. Yes, those little monkeys will still creep in here or there. Spirituality to girl talk with your besties, and from business to finding that balance in life. I'm here to remind you that you are worth it. Life gets to be easy for you, and your dreams really can come true. So grab your favorite glass of wine, craft beer, or if you're a whiskey and diet kind of girl, grab that and let's get this show on the road. Hey, beauties, and welcome back to the Not Just Another Mom podcast. I am your host, Lesley, and as always, I am so grateful that you guys are here with me this week. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, I just had the most amazing session ever on myself. I have been feeling a little stuck. I know I have shared this. It's kind of been a theme these last few weeks in the podcast. And for some reason, I feel more vulnerable on here with you guys than I do on any other platform. And it is an honor that you guys are here with me every week. And when I say I'm grateful for it, I really, truly mean it. But you guys, this session was mind-blowing. And I can't even I'm literally like maybe 2 hours after it. So I still fully haven't comprehended everything that's transpired. So I can't wait to share more of this with you guys in the coming weeks. I have a very strong feeling that this is going to be something that I am going to be learning and bringing to you guys to help with your transformation. It was so interesting because it kind of felt like I couldn't even go back to where I was at the beginning of the session. And I can't even explain how she did it or things like that. But you guys, it was just mind blowing. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to keep saying. But I have a message for you guys this week. And it's always so funny when I go to do my content because quite often what I'm sharing with you guys is exactly what I need to hear for myself. And okay, so to you, I know that you are seeking, that you think something is missing in your life and in your journey and in your business. I know that you think there is something wrong, that you're not doing something right. I can feel it. I have been there, you guys. I have been there. But what I want you to hear, I want you to hear this with your full being, is that this is your reminder that you are already enough, that you are already worthy. I can't articulate that enough for you guys. I just hope you can feel the energy coming through this podcast because I do believe that energy transcends, and audio is one of the biggest ways that it is capable of moving. It is the biggest sound on the planet, and it is the biggest importance. things are always, and I want you to remember this, so listening ears on again, things are always working out for you, even when you think they aren't. I recently was going through the seeking phase myself and was reminded that things are always working when you think they might not be. So it's in these moments where we have to be really cautious of our thoughts. We have to be really cautious of our our choices. It's mostly in our thoughts and in the way we feel. And it's that importance that I really value and want you to understand. For me, it showed up as this constant pattern. And I knew there was something that needed to change if I wanted to change the way I did things, the way I showed up, the way I viewed myself. I knew there was something deep down that I needed to shift. And this is actually going into a bit of my session that I just had. So, what actually transpired turned into be a fear of judgment. And because as a projector, I always feel very misunderstood. And that's where like my messaging gets muddied. But, or I think that's the key word. I think that my messaging gets muddied because I think that people don't understand what I'm talking about. So it took me immediately to this time when and I don't really know if this was the right age or not, but this is what came forward. So I trust it. Is that I was about 10 or so, and I told my parents that I didn't believe in God. Not that I didn't believe in God himself. I didn't believe in the way it was taught in church that, you have this, like, he was the first person on earth or whatever. Like, I believe in a higher power. And if you guys have been here for a long time, you know this. But what I didn't believe, I believed in the evolution. If you've ever seen that picture of like a monkey or I don't know what the appropriate accurate, like if it was chimpanzee or what, but a monkey like growing through the stages and as an evolution into a human. Like if you can see there's like 6 or 7 different phases. That is what I believed in how we came into existence. And when I shared that with my parents, their immediate first reaction was, "Oh my God." Like, no. They immediately dismissed. And that became ingrained in me that I couldn't share my full and authentic self. And there was just so much. So I want you to know that you are enough already. And I know you know this, but the importance of shining your light. If you think of a lighthouse, and I love this analogy, I love this example, but if you think of a lighthouse and it's just shining, the ships find it. You don't have to do anything else. The people will find you. The way I found this therapist was bing, bang, boom. Like literally, I heard about this therapy, and this wasn't just the therapy that she did, but I heard about this therapy on a podcast episode and I researched it, found out a local practitioner, and bam, I knew it was what I needed. There was no convincing. I want you to know that this gets to be that easy for you too. it gets to be that easy on how you showcase yourself in the world. You have to have no apologies in who you are. This is me, this is who I am, and this is what I stand for. If you like it, great. Come towards me for more. If you don't, great. And it gets to be that way. Yeah, you guys, this is absolutely insane. And I was actually also, I just remembered, I was given the message for you guys to pull a card for today. And I don't even know where I put it right now. Oh, here it is. Okay. This card is to remind you that this is a journey. You're in part of a marathon, not a sprint. So don't worry about what happens. The card is actually to take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. So take time, enjoy yourself, enjoy what you have created with your life. And if you've just been running yourself ragged with your thoughts and over analyzing everything, if because like I get it, I am the queen of over analyzing, and I also wear that as a badge of superpower because when you work with me in my world, you get this dialed in focus like nobody's business, you guys. Oh, so reminder to take a break and enjoy where you're going, enjoy where you're headed. And like we are in the season, I'm looking at my window, we are in the season of spring. The trees and the leaves, they all take a break in creating their brilliance. The seasons, like what we can grow in the gardens, they take a break and rejuvenate and rest. And that's one thing that I have learned as a projector is that is how my design functions. It is part of the amazing uniqueness and just enjoy what you're creating. Have fun in what you do. This was also another amazing part of my message was, during my session today was the reminder to keep going and to have fun. Yeah, it was just like I'm still processing so much. I can't even articulate it all, you guys, but so today is mostly about reminders because we can get so easily caught up in where we are going and forget to enjoy where we are at. How many times do you hear your parents say, or other people who are older than you say, enjoy these moments because they don't last forever? My mother-in-law said that the other day that she like misses going to her kids' hockey games. So luckily she comes to a lot of ours, but just enjoy those moments. Enjoy where you are because you won't get this moment again. I understand sometimes it doesn't feel nice, but in those moments, take time to ground yourself. And if you are a Canadian girl like myself and the warm weather is coming, take time to ground yourself, go barefoot in your yard, and walk barefoot around your property. That is the best way to get grounded and get centered. Um, yeah, you guys, I think that is the basis of my message today. Just a humble, keep going, and remember, you guys, this is the last podcast that I will be not doing. Let me rephrase that. This is the last audio only podcast. Next week, we will be coming to you in another form on YouTube. So you will also have the video of YouTube to go along with your podcast. If you love listening to this podcast, go over to my YouTube channel. It is at Lesley and Co. XO. All of my handles are the exact same for ease, but I am going to be bringing you guys the podcast live over there. And the card readings, you guys, are just going to be that much more off the hook because I can show you. You guys will be able to see my facial expressions and emotions. It is just going to elevate your experience, you guys. And I am so freaking excited for you. For me too. I'm also a little panicky because I'm like, oh my gosh, I do not have all of my stuff lined up. I feel like I have to have everything perfect, but I'm getting over that. So don't worry. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and we will quote unquote see you next week. Whether you join me on YouTube for the video experience or you join me here on your usual platform, we will see you next week. Thank you so much for listening. If you loved this episode, will you do me a favor and help spread the love? Go ahead and leave a 5-star review and share this episode on your Insta stories. If we aren't yet connected on Instagram, come follow me at Lesley and Co. XO. And since everybody spells my name wrong, that's Lesley and Co. XO. And leave me a line and say hi. Have an amazing day, beautiful, and we'll catch you next week.